Hip-hop started from the slums of the Bronx, New York. I fell in love with break beats, the techniques, b-boying, MCing, crushing whoever was in front of you. It was groovy. You knew how it was. It's true, it's hip-hop. It's only one source to get it. It's I Do It for Hip Hop Podcast. Subscribe Google Play, iTunes, and DJ Bugsy 215 SoundCloud. It's all about the hip-hop. Keep it hip-hop. It's your boy, DJ Bugsy, Do It for Hip Hop Podcast. This is episode 85, and I'm glad to be back on the Miggity mic. I got my first artist. This is the Indie Artist Spotlight, Epill 23, and I would like to welcome to the show my boy, Epill 23.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Bugsy?
Yeah, so let's start off with that, because we're going to do some debates, and I'm going to get into your history, but tell me about that song, Streets, and how it came about. It's a real deep story. And then isn't that your mother at the end?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother?
Yeah, my grandma.
Okay.
That was my grandma. That song came about, it was me and my producer, Terrence Black. He actually produced the record. Okay. And he sent me the record, and he already kind of had the hook. Okay. So I said, okay. So I put what I put to it. Okay. And my grandmother recently passed from
sorry to hear that.
Back in May. Okay. So, I'm looking through my voicemails. I got me and my grandmother got a very close relationship. Okay. And I'm just in my feelings one day, and I'm just listening to all my voicemails one day. Right. And I while I'm working on the song, I said, this would be perfect. Yeah. She one of my biggest fans besides my mom. My mom, my number one fan, my two daughters is, but my grandmom, she really,
right. She
definitely was I was special to her. Okay. So that was just a way for me to pay homage to her and also make it fit. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that I can relate to that because when I was 10 years old, my grandmother passed away from cancer, and my grandfather passed away from COVID. So, I'm just blessed to still be here, man, because it's a lot of deaths that happened in 2020, and this has been a crazy year to say the least.
Yeah, it has. It has been. It's been real crazy. Yeah. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of crazy stuff going on. But, in any situation, I've just been blessed to continue to go and adapt to any situation we come across during life. That's what I'm learning. Like, it don't matter what you do, how much good you do, what you put out is what you get back. Right. But it's still going to be trials and tribulations. And I think a lot of people got to wrap their head around that to understand that. Like, it don't matter. It does matter to a certain degree of how you treat people and how you are with other people, but you still gonna go through some things.
Facts. That's true. I want to embrace debate. So my first debate for you is, since 2000, who has the best music catalog, hip hop? I'm gonna throw some names out there, but I want what your perspective is. So for me, Kanye West is definitely at the top of that list. I would throw J. Cole in there. And I also would throw Drake. What's your opinion on that? Since 2000 to 2020, who has the best music catalog?
2000, 2020?
In the last 20 years.
You gotta throw Future in them in there.
Okay.
Future.
Okay.
You gotta throw Future.
Okay.
You got a Crazy Wave. I think 2000, 2020.
Yeah, man. 20 years.
There's a lot of artists.
But a lot of artists more so got singles where they.
You talking about just
I'm talking about just albums, actual catalogs, full projects, not a single that got hot and then you ain't really hear them, or they got hot for 3 summers and then they disappeared. No, I'm talking somebody that kept putting out dope EPs and dope albums after dope albums. Drake, Kanye, J. Cole. J. Cole dropped the one joint where I wasn't really feeling. I think it was called For Your Eyes Only. But outside of that, he was flawless, in my opinion.
Right. I'm trying to think, man, because I listen to a lot of music. I got a lot of content in my library, but, I'm trying to think. That's a big question. 2000, 2020, it's a lot. It's a lot of people, man. I listen to a lot of people. Yeah. It might sound biased, but I like everybody from Philly.
Okay. Meek Mill.
Meek, Beanie Siegel.
Okay.
You know, that era. I was a big State Property fan. Growing up, 7th, 8th grade, I was you know, I used to go at it with my boys in the lunchroom. It was Rough Riders versus Rockefeller.
Okay.
I was one of Rockefeller
of
guys.
course. Most
and,
people
know,
was.
I missed out on a lot of Kiss back then. But I came back. I made the U-turn.
Right. So now that you came back, what you think of Kiss now?
Oh my gosh, man, he one of my favorite.
Okay.
He one of my favorite. I like his content. His substance.
Yeah.
He definitely.
Mm-hmm. Now, what it takes in your opinion to be a great artist? Is that something you strive for?
Yeah, I think being pure. First of all, knowing who you are. I think that's extremely important. A lot of people running in circles, chasing their tails.
Right.
Doing what they think people want. And
right.
I mean, it'll get you but so far, but I feel like number one thing is just being yourself. Being comfortable with being you. Yeah. Being consistent.
Okay.
And staying prayed up. If you could be consistent, you're comfortable in your own skin. Yeah. And tell your story. Because we don't want a duplication of everybody else's story. If you sound like him, it's going to be like, we already heard that.
Talk to him, bro.
We want to know your story.
Talk to him.
And a lot of people is not comfortable with that, you know, and with me, that's big because it felt good to sit with my family and to sit with my friends and my peers to they are part of it. Even when they're not with me, they are part of it because that music, they understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. They can tell you, oh, I remember this, or oh, he's funny. I know it. You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely key. Yeah. Believing in yourself too.
Now I want to get into your CEO hat. You started your label. Talk about that and talk about the importance of being a CEO and being an owner of your own destiny.
I started Max Up Entertainment. As you can see, this one of the white shirts.
Yeah, he gave me a shirt. You know what I'm saying?
It's
support, man. Make sure you support.
Max Up Entertainment LLC. I formed that in 2014. Right. And that was around the time when I really, really, really started taking it serious. And a lot of people was just putting up music on YouTube and doing those type of things. But I kind of researched the business side of things, and I just did the research, and I found out if you have your own LLC, you'll be able to have more control. You can actually make money off your trial and errors. Okay. So that's what I did. My first couple songs ever was on Apple Music, on those type of platforms. Okay. So I figured that out. Right. Back to the drawing board. Yeah. Let's promote. Let's get this thing rolling. And let's try to do this thing the right way once you realize how you can have that creative control. So I think that's extremely important. And when you're dealing with the distribution, whether it's ASCAP, DistroKid, or any of those.
BMI.
BMI. I'm sorry. BMI, ASCAP. You make sure you get your publishing and your writers. And when I did that, I came up with a great name, and I think Max Up, to me, it means like maximizing all your capabilities, no matter what situation you're in. So I think that's extremely important too. So it always remind me, like, no matter what's going on, no matter what the circumstances is, we just got to make the most out of it and maximize your capabilities. So that's what I came up with, Max Up Entertainment.
That's dope, man. I like that. Now, speaking of ownership and, you know, kind of like being your own boss, this past week, Kanye West was voicing his opinion via Twitter about owning your masters, not being a slave, kind of like same thing that Prince and Mike talked about. What is your thoughts on Kanye West of today versus the college dropout Kanye West? Do you think he's evolved, or you think he's just talking out of his neck?
Man, he a tricky situation. Kanye, man, the college dropout Kanye, I was still like, I didn't really, I'm not going to front and act like I really listened to him, but I was aware of how impactful that project was. Right. I was in school around that time, and I remember the impact it had, and it seemed like it was more for us. Okay. You know? Yeah. Now it just seemed like I don't know. Right. He talking this and talking that, and it's just not making sense. It's not, you know, he have us one way and then this way, so I don't really, you know, I don't know what Kanye's doing. I don't know. What you think, though? What's your feelings on that?
I mean, as of late, like, when he talk about owning your masters and how record companies always own you, or you always wind up owing them, and you put in all that work, like all that work that Kanye put in, and we were just talking about music catalogs, there's no way that Kanye West could have the magnitude of catalog that he has and still owe them money. Like, that is mind-blowing.
But that go back to the artist restructuring their deal, or
right. Yeah, and he's trying to refinance it, but they like, no, like we've been with you long enough. We did enough with you. We gave you enough money. We want you out, pretty much.
Yeah, see, that's another situation. I think the most important lesson out of this is just figuring out what masters is, number one, because I don't think a lot of people know what owning a masters is.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I go to the studio, I'm bringing my what is it called? The external hard drive.
External hard drive, right? Absolutely.
Every studio I come to,
right.
or I travel anywhere, that external hard drive is following me. The engineer that you got your relationship with, your rapport, he's still gonna be cool and all that. But I feel like as an artist, you got to take this thing serious and make sure all your work is on that external hard drive. Yeah, you could get a Dropbox to you, but I'd rather know that I got it in my hands. You can send me the MP3s via email, but I also need those raw files just in case that's the masters. You want to make sure you got your stuff.
Right. Facts. I want to change gears, talk a little sports. So, are you a basketball fan?
Basketball, football fan, die hard.
Okay. Now, the bubble is different compared to previous years, obviously. But if LeBron gets another ring, is it where you can throw that ring and say, I really earned it? Or it's different from previous times, like where you played a full 82 games, you're traveling from here to there. Do you feel like he worked for it if he earns another ring? He
earned that ring.
Okay.
This might be a biased answer. I'm a LeBron fan.
I am too.
I'm a Lakers fan, but I think he earned it. Because he went through everything that every other player that's playing in a bubble is going through.
Right.
So I feel like everybody had an opportunity. And, may the best man win. And the king, I feel like he coming home with the ring. And we'll see y'all next year.
Who you think coming out the East, though?
I was just talking to my man about this. It's crazy. I think Miami going to come out the East.
Oh, you think they're going to knock off Boston?
I think Miami going to knock out Boston. I think because they got a lot of young, energetic players. They center, what's his name, Adebayo?
Yeah, Adebayo.
I like the guy, Tyler Hero.
Okay.
Duncan Robinson.
Tyler Hero. That boy nice.
Yeah, he nice. And Jimmy is Jimmy. He a dog.
And we let him go. The Sixers.
We foolish, man. We gave to Tobias Harris. That's another story. But yeah, Jimmy Butler, man. I feel like if we had Jimmy Butler this year with the Sixers, we probably could have made that extra step to that next level because we was this close. We was this close. Kawhi made that that once in a lifetime. That was an amazing shot.
That was. But now look at him.
Yeah. He home.
What the fuck? I just can't believe it. Like, yo, the Clippers ain't do shit in that series, bro.
And we thought they was going to give the Lakers a run. Right. We thought that was going to be game 7, 7-game series, and it was going to go back and forth. And
Facts.
Kawhi, LeBron sticking Kawhi. Because, that's the major debate. Everybody I know that don't like LeBron.
They always talk about Kawhi.
Yeah, my man was just telling me, he said, yo, man, what's up with your guy, man? He ain't take that last shot. Right. He passed off to Caruso. And let my man breathe. Like, did we get the win?
He always do that, though. That's LeBron, though.
Yeah. And sometimes it eat me up sometimes. Right. But I also am a
because he don't got that cold in his veins like Kobe do. That's just...
Kobe gonna say get on out of here.
Rest in peace
Everybody
to Kobe,
this way,
man.
Rest in peace to Kobe.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Kobe. I was an AI fan, a major AI fan.
Oh, you was?
You know how I told you earlier about that Rockefeller Rough Rider situation? Yeah. I was like that. I was AI versus.
And everybody else was Kobe?
Oh, everybody else was Kobe.
Okay.
Me and a couple of my homies, we was AI, but I was a diehard AI fan. When he slept over Tyronn Lue that game in the finals, I thought we had it. I thought it was.
That's hard to beat Kobe and Shaq, bro. That's different.
Yeah.
That's a different type time.
Yeah,
bro.
It is. Matt Geiger and Tyrone Hill and them wasn't going
we had the wrong players for that.
Yeah, we did.
We wasn't matched up right. Now, what I want to ask you is, when I first heard your music and I dived into it, the first 2 artists that came to my mind was Logic and J. Cole. Like, you gave that aura to me. What you think of Logic as an artist? A lot of people don't like him because he a white boy. He can't really rap and all this old weird shit. I don't get it. I feel like boy dope as shit.
I think he talented. I think he real good.
Me too. And you can tell he studied the game.
Yeah, he do. And he seemed like he into it. He into his craft, and he consistent. Right. I only know that my little brother is a fan of his. Okay. And my little brother put me on him. And when I heard him at first, I was like, man, I don't want to hear that. But then when I'm listening, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
he
killing that shit.
Oh shit, yeah, he hot.
He hot as shit, bro.
He hot.
Shout out to Logic, man. He retired too. That's crazy.
He really did?
Yeah, he really retired. But he had a family now. He just had a kid. So.
But do you think that he really retired, or is it something?
I mean,
you know,
he might pull a
jigger.
Yeah, he might pull a jigger.
Yeah.
But who was some of your influences in 2014 to pick up a pen? Like, who was you listening to that was like, yo, I got to get in this game?
I think being in the studios with my folks. They was doing the music thing.
Oh, your folks was?
Yeah, and I was supporting any way I could at that time.
Okay.
And they had a project, I remember, with Don Cannon.
Okay.
And when they had that project with Don Cannon, I got exposed to going to Atlanta back then.
Oh, really?
And when I went to Atlanta, I realized that it's a lot of opportunities out here. And and he you know, they introduced me to the music scene, right?
Right.
And
like, fuck this, I'm trying to get at a bag.
Yeah.
Listen.
So I said, damn, I could kick my shit. I want to talk my shit. So I you know, I started.
So how was your first rap though? Like, was it hot? Was it?
Look, I think it was art. You gotta ask them though, man. But you know what? When I came out the studio before I went in that booth, I'm almost positive that it was a little bit like, watch this nigga, you know, let's see what he do. Yeah. When I came out of there, I think that I got that. It was definitely
that
like,
nod.
oh, what? Yeah. It was that. It was definitely like, no, you see, I still kept going. Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of seen how they, when they was in the studio, the recording process, built my own relationships with the engineer.
Right.
I was a sponge.
Yeah.
You know, build my relationships with them, book my own sessions.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just be consistent at it and just keep at it.
Now, before we go, I do want to ask you, what's your thoughts on the Philly hip-hop scene as far as you being an indie artist and you feel like you getting the love or you feel like your music is being heard or, like, what's your thoughts on, like, just the whole Philly scene overall?
Man, I feel like it could go both ways. It's like everybody and their mom kind of rap in Philly. If we be honest, we gotta be honest.
The aunt,
right?
the uncle,
so
cousins.
You already got that against you when you approaching somebody and introducing what you got going on. So I understand that, but I don't understand when you say something is hot and you feeling something,
right?
And you in a position, or you can just say, "Yo, check this out," or "Damn," and then when you see people that's working for themselves, like. I feel like people that's helping people should get help too, in different ways. And they don't just matter at this level or matter at the level before me. Because I feel like that's what I'm going to do. Not when I'm going to do it, is I'm telling you, I'm going to do that. When I get on them bigger platforms, I don't care about titles. Right. I don't care if you got 500 followers. Yeah. I don't care about that. What you doing though? If I see you outside and I come across, or anything come across my radar, I don't care if you ain't got to be from Philly. You could be from Minnesota. I don't know a soul from Minnesota. Right. But I feel like if you know, we got to get back to that. A lot of people say Black Lives Matter. Why? I mean, when? When the cop kill a black guy? Right. But it don't matter when it pertains to other things. No. Yeah. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it do. Okay. I don't think it do. Because why do a black person got to die by the hands of a cop for them to matter? Right. What about when we alive? Yeah. And we put our pride to the side, like people tell us, especially in Philly. Oh, you gotta use your resources, tap in and check your ego. We check our egos. Well, I know I can't speak for everybody. I check my ego. I reach out to any and everybody I know that got some type of foot in what I'm trying to do. They further, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get some experience. I don't want you to do nothing for me. I ain't really looking for a handout, but I think that's the Philly situation. And I don't know if it's other places, but I know from the outside looking in, Atlanta don't seem like they got that issue. No, they don't. I've been down there. I seen it. Right. They smart enough to build up a ladder and tell the next man, look, I'm on this ladder. Let me help you pull this ladder up. And then that man tell that man pull up a ladder. Philly, it seemed like we on one ladder, right? You going up, and then they kind of like, you know, I got my ladder, figure it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my ideal on, but I've never been about it. I just adapt to whatever situation, like I said, and I don't ever complain. I do what I can do. And what I can control, that's what I'm focused on. Anything other than that, outside of that, I ain't really too worried about that. That's why I got my LLC. I ain't waiting for nobody to do nothing. I've realized that what I put in is what I get out of it. Right. So social media, I'm promoting. Outside, I'm pulling up, hopping out. I got these. I got this for you too. I gotta give you one of these.
Okay.
I gotta give you one of these. I got like the QR scan card, like when they.
Oh yeah,
you know
the
I mean?
QR scan
So
card. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah,
Pay attention, brothers and sisters. Make sure you
like
get your
this.
scan cards on.
Right now, you check it out. I pull up on somebody, quick, hop out, walk down, anything, and you just aim your camera. You pull your camera up. You don't even gotta snap no picture. You just aim your camera at it. You aim your camera at it. Show you a video pop up on your phone. And that's to the single that we was just playing, to the street single. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It pop right up on your phone.
Now, so, tell the artist that's watching this and listening to this, how do you go about doing that? Because this is a lesson that needs to be learned.
You talking about the QR scan?
Yeah.
Well, you could research it or you could DM me, right? Look. Because look, how I'm going to tell them. You want me to tell them the whole step-by-step process?
This the basics of it.
This the basis of it. You just research.
Okay.
It's a QR generator. Just research it. Search QR generator.
Okay.
Search it. And when you search it, you add your link to it. Everything that you want to do, just try researching and figure it out.
Right.
Search up QR generator.
QR
you copy
generator.
and paste any one of your links that you want to put in. Put the link into the
and
search
then
box.
you take the scan and put it on your card.
Yeah, you take a scan in and get it printed out on one of your cards, and or however you want to do it. I got posters out where you could walk up to the posters and you put your phone up. The posters take you straight to the video.
Okay.
It's what you want to do with the QR scan, but that's how you basically do it. You Google search QR generator.
Okay.
And then you'll it's self-explanatory. You just copy and paste any link that you want to promote.
Okay.
Anything that you're trying to push, you'll put that in that search box, and then it'll formulate that scan me the QR card.
Okay.
And you go from there.
Cool. Now tell the people what you got coming up next, how they can follow you, and different things of that nature.
First, let me can I tell them this? Look, Epill 23. I want to tell them what that stands for too.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of people ask me, "What's that? What's that?"
Right.
E stand for air. That's my first name.
Okay.
P is paradise.
Okay.
The I is in. The L is living, and the other L is life. And 23 was the age I started doing the music.
That's
right?
dope.
So it's the acronym for paradise and living life. And that goes back to what I was saying when the max up, it kind of is cohesive.
Yeah.
The max up is about maximizing your capabilities no matter what situation you in. And then the paradise and living life always remind me, like, whatever going on around me again, it don't matter. A lot of people say life is a bitch, but it's what you make it. You know, I wake up smiling, I go to bed smiling, and I pray, and I'm good. So I don't really, when you ask me about the Philly situation, I touched on it, but I ain't really worried about that. You see, I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm here with you.
Facts.
I'm here with you. So I'm moving.
Yeah. And so what you like? So what's your next project? What?
The project is called Make 'Em Want More. It's out on all streaming platforms. You can follow me on Instagram. That's the most. I think I'm most active on that.
Okay.
Epill 23. EPILL 23. I engage with everybody who leave a comment, all the DMs. I engage with my people. I don't look at it like, no, I engage with everybody. So feel free to contact me. If you need any information, if I can help you, I give it to you. If I don't know it, I'm gonna tell you I don't know it.
See, that's straight up with no chaser. Well, this is your boy DJ Bugsy. Make sure you subscribe on Do It For Hip Hop Podcast on all streaming platforms. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Do It For Hip Hop Pod. This is episode 85. We be back on the other side. Let's get it.